Um, she's messed up in the game. And we did that interview yesterday. So once I said she's 66 years old, got 6 kids, 6 child support cases and her kids, of course, are by 6 different men. I actually posted that on Facts 100. The link, in fact, is below the video for Facts 100. And, of course, individuals, if you need me over here for services, 323-627-1623. That, of course, is below the video. Individuals new to Facts 100, man, please, by all means, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. I got a whole different perspective on how I'm doing things. Facts 100 is the rebirth of the program, taking this thing back to facts, exiling myself from a lot of the shenanigans. Let me button this up. Let me go get nerd on you. Because y'all know I'm so cheesy. I'm so cheesy McWeezy. Want to say hi. Start the thing off with hi. And so after I'm done with this, I do have to go over to Logic and drop some stuff over there. And of course, Unplugged, drop some stuff over there. So we're going to be busy. I'm going to be cranking these things out. So child support. And once again, new to the channel, man, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell and give me that thumbs up, man. Stop fucking with me. So I want to talk about child support, right? And I want to talk about child support because there's a misconception of slick. Yeah. There's a misconception of slick. Right. And since there's a misconception of slick, allow me. People, if I tell you, that looks crooked, don't it? Yeah. Okay. People, if you're walking in your garden and you see a snake and it's brown, it's a garden snake. If you're walking in your garden and you see a snake and it has a little thing on the back of its tail and it's rattling, it's a rattlesnake. The garden snake and the rattlesnake are both snakes indeed, but they have different, their aggression levels are a lot different. People, because I was raised by a man, my aggression levels are different. Listen, I'm not saying because you was raised by a single mom, or I'm not saying that your father I'm not taking no strikes on your father, all right? Let me say that. I was raised by a man. I was raised by a man that was so confident. It's the reason why I can come on my platforms and tell y'all, I ain't getting no booty. I got blue balls. I'm laughing at something else. But it's the reason why I can say that. I'm secure in myself. I don't give a damn what you think. My life is great. When it comes to putting in, since y'all think getting sex is all about putting your dick up in something, and that's what makes a man, gives a man his worth. Well, you can go ahead and think that. When it came to life, I put in my work. What's going on, my man? Edmund Wells, disgusted dads is up in this mother. He's so disgusted. Edmund, please don't forget to get yourself on over to Facts 100, man. Subscribe to me on Facts 100. I put the link below the video. Do that now, my man. But, I got to get at Edmund, man. We got to do a lot more things now that I brought this thing back to a full child support and custody scale. So you're going to look to hear a lot of collaboration between me and Edmund Welch to discuss the dads. Now, I wrote this book here, When Dads Cry, all right? I wrote this book. And I dedicated that book to my dad because my dad, Facts 100, the link is below the video, right below the video. Let me see. Let me go to it myself. So my dad raised me to be a man. So when you hear me talk, my aggression is that of my father. So when I try to quarterback my aggression to you, you may not be able to carry it like I do. I'm not scared. I don't go to court and be scared. I never went to court and was scared. I did go and say, what the fuck? I did have anxiety. We all have anxiety. But fear of going to court and just letting and giving the court system access to your anal cavity, I didn't find that cool. I didn't see no cool in that. I didn't leave court saying, you know, my ass feel funny. Dang, I can't sit down. My ass feel funny. What the heck happened to me? I blacked out. I blacked out. Dang, my asshole got a little twinkle to it. What's this? What the hell what's this greasy stuff on my anal cavity? I'm just saying. I wasn't fond of that, you know. I wasn't fond of walking into a courtroom, seeing the dildo display, saying, why they got a dildo display in here, you know? So, I was never fond of that. So this is why a lot of you guys, you go to court or you don't go, and then you call me up and say, hey, I was listening to such and such on YouTube, and they was talking about child support. Do I owe the debt? So we're going to talk about child support. Do you owe the debt? People, let me tell you something. Last year, we seen a fight between Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. We seen an MMA fighter fight a boxer. Before they fought, they had terms and conditions because they had two different fighting styles. I need y'all to follow me. Because they had two different fighting styles, it had to be set before they start fighting which fighting style was going to be the most sufficient one. If you want to tell me that you went to court or didn't go to court, now you want to question if you owe the debt, which is the child support debt. I got a question for you. Which fighting method are you using? Are you using the you don't owe the debt fighting method? Or are you allowing the court system to use their fighting method? Let me take a crack at it. You didn't go to court, therefore, your fighting method never showed up in court. So therefore, you got child support, debt, and now you're claiming, well, I don't owe the debt. And you never went and applied your fighting method, did you? Appreciate that, Edmund. You never applied your fighting method, did you? You never applied your fighting method. People, I want to be clear about something. Once again, the fight between Conor McGregor and Floyd Money Mayweather, they fought and they decided on a fighting method before they started the fight. You cannot abort the fight. You cannot abandon the fight and then call me up and say, hey, I was wondering, do I owe child, let me do my dance. Do I owe child support? Because I don't think I owe the debt. And then y'all gonna love this, because all my work ties into each other. And then check this out. The court was titting you and titting you and titting you, and 20 tits later, you decide to tat. Is that where we at? Is that where we at? In my Shannon Sharp voice, where they do that at? So, make sure I understand this right. You allow the courts to tit you and tit you and tit you and tit you. You get so far in deep, and then you decide to tat? Is that what you're doing? What type of fighting tactic is that applied in history? Where have that fighting method been applied? Because here's an example I want to throw at y'all, in case you didn't know. The bombing of Pearl Harbor. Let me take y'all back to a little history. The bombing of Pearl Harbor. The Japanese, boy, they gave us a tit for the ages, didn't they? Yeah, they did. They gave us a tit that created memorials. They gave us a tit that we said, you know what? We just going to leave these damn things at the bottom of the water. We're going to build a memorial over it. We ain't going to take those bodies out of those ships. That is a tit that is still on display. Let me say that again. That is a tit that is still on the display. So how did America tat? I don't know if you guys know, I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Donovan McBraun or Donovan Braun. He was a Russian scientist that defected, an English scientist that defected. He was English of Russia, that defected and came over to America and got down with the Manhattan Project. For all those that don't know history, the Manhattan Project is where the atomic bomb was born. And the problem with the Japanese is they had no idea that we were creating a tat. Well, it wasn't meant to be a tit, but its role got changed for the ages. So when they attacked Pearl Harbor, we wiped out Hiroshima. This is where the term, I'm about to drop a bomb on these niggas. That's where that term came from. I want to be clear about something. When the plane dropped the bomb on Hiroshima, the plane felt it, and by the time it hit the ground, they were 5 miles away. It was a known fact that when the bomb dropped, the earth shook itself. That's how powerful the atomic bomb was. So you bombed a harbor. We destroyed a city. And then dig this. You're saying, but wait a minute, Chris, you fake historian. We also bombed Nagasaki. No, we didn't plan on bombing Nagasaki at first. But what happened was, when we bombed Hiroshima, intelligence told us that they were still talking. And our intelligence people was like, are you listening to this? They're saying they're going to get us back. They're saying the Americans are cowards. Get the president on the line. This is the president. Are they still talking crap? Are they now? Hit them again. And then we bombed Nagasaki. Then our intelligence was listening, and they were saying, we're a bunch of stickers. We ain't with the Americans no more. That. Our tat was the ultimate clapback. What's your tat? How come? This is history. I was involved in a war, the invasion of Kuwait, when Saddam Hussein, when he tat in Kuwait, when he tit in Kuwait, excuse me, I was part of the tat. Tit for tat. All right? Tit for tat. When you get information to come to court, that's a tit. What exactly is your tat? And why do you wait so long to then turn around and say, hey man, I don't owe this debt? After so many tits. After so many tits. After so many tits. I guess what I'm saying is you can't keep abandoning, or you can't abandon a fight and then decide to come and fight when you want to fight, then turn around and ask yourself, do you owe the debt? People, I'm going to reiterate something I said before. I heard what I said because I was sitting here when I said it. What I said was, what I told Atia Bradley and company is, if you ever invite me to court for anything, under any circumstances, please, when you send me the letter, send me the key to the court along with it. Let me introduce y'all to, that's going to be the next one. I'll talk about court intimidation. Maybe you guys need some help. But like I said, we doing it new for Facts 100. I'm going to be dropping some facts for this child support in custody. Atia LaShawn Bradley decided to destroy the relationship with my now former daughter, because like I tell y'all, you can program daughters, right? You can teach a son. It's hard to program a son to hate their father. It's just hard, all right? So Atia Bradley did what disgruntled mothers do. She taught her daughter to hate her father, and her daughter being a female, which is somewhere in there, they're hardwired to come up with this perspective that the man is the enemy, especially in the community you guys call black. And it says it in the book that Miss Ali wrote. I don't have it here. Do I have a copy? No. I got to get some more from Miss Ali. Nonetheless. So my daughter brought into it. My daddy's a black man. And it's an option to respect daddy. You know, that's what she brought. She brought it. So when individuals, they constantly tit you, the problem with what I've been shown, I don't think so. What I was shown is that once you keep titting, you get arrogant, you get real flagrant. Now you think you can tit on a whim. You can tit at will. I'm going to segue into the next one, y'all. Then we're going to get on out of here. So I did a radio show, I'm Sorry, Miss Bradley. After the song, I'm Sorry, Miss Jackson. And I put my advertisement team, sent out some literature. Atia Bradley got a hold of the literature and put a restraining order on me because the show title scared her. Now, I hadn't seen this woman for 4 years up until that point. I hadn't seen her. But this is the flagrant of when you start titting and you get real arrogant with your tits. So I goes to court, I waive the jurisdiction, let's have a party. So what Atia Bradley claimed was, I owned a gun. I lived in New Jersey. All lies, but this is how it is. So I goes to court, and what the courts want to do is they want to put things in favor of the woman because the woman keeps the court in business. This is what y'all got to understand. Y'all may say the courts always give the women what they want. The reason for that, you're right. The reason for that is the women keeps the courts in business. A woman will be sitting there and say, I want to take him down to court because he farted. And the courts will be like, okay, well, we're here because she decides she want to bring you down here because you farted. That's why you're in court. All right? That's why you're in court. All right? All right? That's the unlogical. That is estrogen on full display. Don't get mad at me because that's what they do. All right? And then, so I'm sitting in court, a potential victim of stupidity on a scale that's grand. But I'm Todd's son. Put me in a courtroom around authority puts me in my element. But they found that out the hard way. So I'm in court, and the court session started like this. First of all, I sent them a letter saying, I'm not coming down here to play the games that y'all want to play. I'm coming down here to see all this evidence of a silver 9mm handgun. I want to see mail at this address and I want to see information about me giving this woman a black eye. I want to see that. Now, when we get there, the court system want to ignore the reason why we're there and just want to say, oh, no, forget all that. Forget that she lied. You're here now. We want to do it to your anal cavity. But like I said, it's only after about 2 minutes or 3 minutes, 5 at the most, that the judge realizes I'm in trouble with this guy. People, I'm going to tell you what I'm good at. I'm great at litigation. You call it debating. I'm great at litigation. Honestly, I can't lose. Now, I want to say this because people in my life want to come in my arena and challenge me. Now, this only happens with color folks. I ain't going to lie to y'all. This don't happen with any other class of people. I only get this with color folks. Other people, they acknowledge my smartness and almost give me praise. I told y'all the story about when I was in the military and they switched me units and I was fighting with an E7. And then I told y'all that he disappeared for 3 months and then he was retiring. Me and this guy over in Desert Storm, we used to fight. Me and him used to fight. But when he retired, y'all remember the story. Hey, Smitty, Sergeant Marketing looking for you. For what? We back in the States now. Remember, I got switched to his unit in the middle of a war. I didn't know nobody in the unit. And his thing was drive me into our crack because they was going to charge me with mutiny, but instead they switched me to another company. And the racist E7 was in charge of cracking me, getting me to do something where I could end up in Fort Leavenworth. He didn't know the pressure was where I lived, thanks to Todd Smith, my dad. But then what happened was he would wake me up at 3 o'clock in the morning, me all by myself, just fucking with me. Smitty, I want you to do this transmission. Get up. Cool. He disappears. He starts getting out. Hey, Smitty, Sergeant Marketing looking for you. For what? He catches me going in the mess hall and comes up to me and saying, Smitty, I'm retiring after 27 years in the military. And puts his hands out and say, I want to shake the hand of the best man I served in the 27 years I've been in service. And he knew he fucked me up with that one. And I extend my hand and I said, Sergeant First Class, it was an honor. And it wasn't an honor, it was hell, but I loved it. So that's me. So back to what I was saying, just giving y'all a little interlude on how I roll in the realm of respect in other arenas of races of people. So I gets down to court, and once again I told them I'm not here for this thing y'all doing. I told them that I'm not here for that. I'm only here for you to show me evidence. So before we start, the judge, after switching me to 3 different judges, the judge says to me, he says to Atia Bradley, are you ready to get started? Yes, because she's so whitey. Yes. Do you have any evidence that you want to submit? No. This guy says to me, he turns to me and say, Mr. Smith, there's a jury now. Mr. Smith, before we get started, do you have any evidence that you want to submit? And y'all may think I do this antic things with y'all. I'm the same way in court. So when he said that to me, I want to make sure, because it's showtime. I looks at the jury and I'm like, give you evidence. I said, no, partner. No. I said, I'm not here for that. I'm here because you need to show me a silver 9mm that I purchased. You also need to show me this address that you have. You need to show me where I lived at this address. And, oh yeah, this is a classic here. A black eye, I need to see hospital records and arrest reports of me giving anybody a black eye. And I said I need arrest reports because if you're bringing me in here for the title of a show, I assure you, if I gave you a black eye, you called the goddamn cops. Big smile. I'm cheesy McWeezy. Where do you think the cheesy comes from? So then I looked at him, he said, so you're ready to get started? I said, I am eager. People, that's what happens when someone tries to tit you and you know it's bull. You see, let me flip it. I had an individual ask me the other day, don't they got to prove you owe the debt? People, you owe the debt on default. So let's talk about debt for a second. Is stress debt? Is stress debt? Of course it is. It's mental stress. Yeah. Is having too much that your body can handle at a time stressing you out? Of course it is. It's called fatigue. You're going to stress yourself out. So if you want to tell me that the only debt you classify as something worth paying, get it, attention to is child support debt, you stumbled on the right one. You stumbled on the right one. Appreciate you guys for being here. Like I said, I got individuals over on YouTube. Facts 100, dropping facts. The link is below the video. Get on over, subscribe to me on Facts 100. My man Edmund Wells, Disgusted Dads. He says, I'm all in like Ren 1010. Appreciate that. I don't hate that. I see I got you in. Appreciate that. Individuals need the League of Dads for service. I don't have the league phone with me right now. I left it home. 323-627-1623. The first stage of me helping you out is we do a one-on-one. Then for 6 months of service, let me tell you what my 6 months of service include. It means that as you're going back and forth, the litigation process with the courts will help you with the feedback. The problem and the reason why a lot of you guys lose is you don't have no feedback at all. And your feedback is not court worthy. Let me give you an example when I say court worthy. Here's what the average person does. You get paperwork to come to court, and what you say to yourself is, I hope that they accept my paperwork. Hope is not court protocol. Proper court etiquette is court protocol. Oh, did you send the individual's paperwork? Oh, I'm going to take it down there when I go. No. Taking it down there when you go, that's not proper court etiquette. What you're doing is broadside in the court. The judge is not going to tell you. This is why when y'all walk down there with proof that you don't work or whatever, when you take it down there, this is why they say, nope, the last time you was in here, you said you had a job. No, I ain't say that. And then they give you this big judgment. But when you go down there and try to submit it at the time when you're in court, hell, I'm going to be honest with you, I wouldn't take it. You know why? Because I don't have time to examine the evidence. Now, here's the effed up part about what I'm saying. When the woman comes in there and say, you got 30 jobs all under the table, they got an option to believe her. Now, why do they got an option to believe her? Because it depends on what you say to refute the evidence. Now, let me just let y'all in on a little secret. He got 30 jobs and he worked under the table. That's not court. That's not refuting it. That's not how that works. That's how we talk amongst ourselves. But that's not the proper court etiquette. Spell How do you spell How do you even spell that? How do you even spell How How? How do you spell that? You spell and then how do you even spell that? My man Edmund wants to discuss the dash. He said, boom. How do you even spell that? Listen, y'all, my number is at the bottom of the video. Get your ass on over to Facts 100. Catch you guys on the next one. Good night.